If you are deciding what type of dialysis treatment will best fit your lifestyle and personality, we suggest that you consider peritoneal dialysis. Peritoneal dialysis, or PD, is a home-based treatment that combines independence, flexibility, and freedom with personal responsibility and the self-management of chronic kidney disease.
You can do anything and everything that you did before.
I was surprised that I was able to get a full night's sleep on peritoneal dialysis because it worked at night and it was so gentle.
I feel strong, I can sleep, I can do things that I want to do.
I feel that I take care of myself on PD. My health is in my own hands.
Peritoneal dialysis is an excellent treatment option for some people. The home-based aspect makes PD appealing to those living in smaller towns or rural areas, but it is available anywhere in British Columbia. With peritoneal dialysis, your healthcare team will provide as much training as you need to feel confident managing your own care and will then maintain regular contact. Your regular visits to the renal clinic are kept to a minimum, sometimes as few as 4 visits a year, depending on your needs. But you can always call on the team, nurses, dietitians, social workers, pharmacists, and doctors with any questions or concerns. To be able to do peritoneal dialysis, a small flexible tubing or catheter is placed in your abdomen. A specially designed fluid, or dialysate solution, is directed into your peritoneal cavity through this tube. The fluid then collects wastes from your blood so that after 4 to 6 hours, or longer depending on your treatment prescription, the solution along with the collected wastes is drained out of the body and replaced with fresh solution. This procedure is called an exchange. The peritoneal cavity is always immediately refilled with solution so that continuous cleansing of the blood occurs 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. There are 2 main types of peritoneal dialysis: continuous ambulatory peritoneal dialysis, CAPD, and continuous cycling peritoneal dialysis, or CCPD. Continuous ambulatory peritoneal dialysis. With CAPD, you perform dialysis exchanges 4 or 5 times in a 24-hour period, with one longer interval occurring overnight. Each exchange involves first draining out the waste-filled fluid through the catheter into an empty bag, and then refilling the peritoneal cavity with fresh dialysis fluid, which dwells in the abdomen for the predetermined period. This way, the peritoneal cavity is always full of fluid. The entire exchange, draining and refilling, takes 20 to 30 minutes. Usually the exchanges are done in the morning, at lunch, at supper time, and before bed. Continuous cycling peritoneal dialysis, or CCPD. With this method, a machine called the cycler automatically performs a number of exchanges overnight while you sleep. A final amount of fluid is imported into the peritoneal cavity shortly before the nighttime treatment ends, so there is fluid in the peritoneal cavity during the day. Some people require an additional manual exchange during the day, but many need only the nighttime treatment. CCPD works very well for any age group, and it is the treatment of choice for small children who require dialysis. Richard Jules is an elected council member for the Sequepum Nation. He credits peritoneal dialysis for his ability to continue serving his people.
I have so much freedom now, it feels like I've just broken out of jail or something, you know. It's all a direct result of peritoneal dialysis. Now I have a second lease on life. I can do the things that I just thought nothing of before. Now it means something. It got so good, as a matter of fact, I was able to run for council again. And, well, I got another 1.5 years to go on this term. And probably after this 1.5 years, I would probably go for another term. I can go to work, I go to meetings, I do all kinds of things. I come home by 10 o'clock and plug in. So I'll be ready to go to work at 6 in the morning. I do it for 8 hours while I'm sleeping, and it doesn't bother me at all. There's no pain or anything involved. I can watch TV, I read during the evening until I fall asleep or whatever. So it's nothing bad. I can shut it off at any time, cap myself off, go do something and come back and plug back in again and carry on. It's not a hard procedure. I think once you do it once or twice, You know, it becomes an everyday thing, like washing your face, you know. The training program didn't take very long at all. It was just on how to set up your computer, how much solution goes into you, how long it stays there, and when your last fill is going to be. I don't think there's any challenges that my catheter really gives me physically. One of the ones I did have was, you know, making love. That gets in the way at times. You know, other than that, it's no problems.
There we go.
The support has been very good. You know, we talk about a lot of different things when we're there. You know, it's like sitting down talking to an old friend, the one I go visit once a month. Anybody contemplating this, I would sure recommend it, from my side anyway. I surely would.
Raimunda Huliganga has been on PD for 3 years. At 74, she still goes out dancing at least once a week.
The advantage of peritoneal dialysis really is you can adjust your time. That's number one to me. It's letting me do what I want to do, even if I am on dialysis. Yeah, like going dancing, like doing my household work, like going to parties, and some other activities. Yeah. I have this project. I coordinate 10 senior citizens. We do some little Filipino folk dancing, and we go to homes and entertain the people there. They name our group the Filipino Golden Age Group. At first, I thought I cannot do what I want now because doing my dialysis would be so much time consuming. Actually, it's only 15 minutes to 25 minutes that I do my dialysis. Now I found out I can do the same thing as I was doing before, except for the additional task of doing my 4 times a day dialysis. I play the computer, or I can make phone calls to my friends. I can organize like practice time or everything during the time I do my dialysis. And my friends know also the time of my dialysis now, and that's when they contact me. They're sure I'm at home. Oh, my supplies, they said 1 month, but because I live in a very small place, I asked if it could be just for 2 weeks, and they said yes. So my supplies now comes every 2 weeks.
They usually go up to this high, and then up to here, and 3 or 4 boxes more outside.
When I started having dialysis, my husband started helping me up. So I did not miss, because what I cannot do, he helps me. He makes me feel that I'm not sick. He said, "You are even better than before."
Sharon Pooney was